Object-oriented programming, or OOP, is a fundamental concept in modern programming languages. It's a way of designing and organizing code that makes it more efficient, scalable, and maintainable. But why is OOP so important? Simply put, it allows us to write code that's more modular, reusable, and easier to understand. By using OOP principles, we can break down complex problems into smaller, manageable parts and create software solutions that are more robust and reliable. One of the biggest challenges programmers face when trying to master OOP is that it can be very abstract. It's hard to wrap your head around concepts like classes, objects, and inheritance when you're new to programming. Another challenge is that OOP requires a different way of thinking. It's not just about writing code that works, but also about designing code that's easy to understand and maintain. Many programmers struggle to make the transition from procedural programming to object-oriented programming, and that's where the problems start. Furthermore, OOP requires a lot of practice to get it right. You can't just read about it and expect to become an expert overnight. You need to write code, experiment with different techniques, and learn from your mistakes. Lastly, OOP is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a flexible concept that can be applied in many different ways, and that's where the confusion comes in. When it comes to mastering OOP, there are 5 key principles that can make all the difference. The first principle is encapsulation, which is all about bundling data and behavior into a single unit. The second principle is abstraction, which is about exposing only the necessary information to the outside world. The third principle is inheritance, which allows us to create new classes based on existing ones. The fourth principle is polymorphism, which is about writing code that can work with different types of data. And the fifth principle is composition, which is about creating objects from other objects. Understanding these 5 principles is key to mastering OOP, and that's what we're going to explore next.